placzki zamieciane. Grochem o ścianę. You see, this is bullshit. In the year of 2000, I developed an absolute obsession for Polish culture, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of it on any level possible. But to do so, it was obvious to me that I would need to learn the language, one of the most difficult languages known to mankind. So in today's episode of Kult America, I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. After my first trip to Poland, I went back to Chicago with the furious goal of learning this really impossible language. And it was a strange idea even to myself, because Polish was only known to people in my environment as a kind of really, really strange language that wouldn't have any purpose in our daily life. Initially, I sought out any possibility to learn, and I found very fast that unless you were of Polish descent or, connected to the community somehow in Chicago, you wouldn't really have access to too many resources of learning. My only option was to go to the public library and find tapes and listen to them in secrecy at my job or whenever I had the chance to just kind of internalize and expose myself to the language. And so I listened to those tapes day in, day out for the most basic phrases, numbers, things like that. And I also tried to apply the language in daily practice. So at the time I worked in a ski shop in Chicago, and I would take inventory of how many skis were on the wall, and instead of counting 1, 2, 3, I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, which for me was a huge accomplishment. And then we would also have clients that came in from Poland who would buy skis and send them home. That was the highlight of my day at work, is when Polish clients would arrive and I would have the opportunity to speak with them. Now, when I moved to Poland for good in 2005, something kind of magical happened. I joined a group language class at a private school, and I had trouble finding myself in the group dynamic. So my teacher noticed that I had this burning fire in me to learn the language, and when the first semester ended, she invited me to join her advanced class, despite the fact that I was only a beginner. Her idea was that by immersing me in hardcore Polish language, I would advance much faster. And this is the part of the story that I think is magical. At the time, I was completely broke. I had no financing to be going to Polish class, and this teacher actually paid 800 Zs to the school where she worked so that I could attend the class. It was one of the nicest, most amazing gestures anyone has ever done for me, and I've lost touch with that teacher, but if somehow she sees it, I want to let her know that my life here would not have been possible without that gesture, because attending the advanced class was really the thing that started to put me on a different level, on a level that I could go out and speak to the world. Now, the final step in immersing myself in the language actually kind of connects with the original reason I wanted to do so in the first place, and that is to become a part of this society. I joined a tandem group, and the idea was that you could meet people from other countries and have a language exchange without paying any money. And through doing this, I met my wife, Kasia, who I speak Polish with on a daily basis to this day. And it's kind of funny to think I joined this tandem, and 12 years later, not only do I have the tandem, but I have 2 children that most probably would not exist if not this quest to learn the Polish language. So the question is, how do I move forward from here in my quest to learn the Polish language? Very often I receive feedback and emails from people saying that they would like to either work on their English with me or help me to learn Polish. And whereas I haven't taken people up on that offer on YouTube, I thought it might be really cool if we did it in a more, let's say, topically appropriate venue. So I did a little bit of research, and I found this cool app called HiNative, which you can easily download on iOS or Android. You can even use it in a web browser. And I thought that maybe the thing to do for those who are interested in language would be move our conversation over there. The app supports like 100 languages, and there's a whole Polish section. I use it, I think it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of really interesting features, and what I like best about it is the possibility that you and I could connect directly with this explicit topic in mind. And as this is a video about learning Polish, I think that we might learn a little bit of Polish. I can show you how it looks for an American to work with a Polish native speaker. I'm going to use my HiNative app and post some questions to maybe learn some idioms. And I think that this can be kind of interesting for you to see just how difficult it is for me to learn anything new, even at this point. Now again, if maybe you would like to help me learn some new phrases or learn something in English, the link to this is in the description, and you can post me some suggestions or ask me questions here. I have a premium account which gives some additional services, one of them being that my post will stand out to you, which is the reason I got it. Yeah, let's see. I prefer to use my phone than the laptop because I can take it with me wherever I go. It's easy to log in. I used Facebook, but I know that you can use Twitter, email, stuff like that. But what's most important is actually what we can do together here. So I'm going to post up a few questions and work with a native speaker. So how do you say this in Polish? I'm going to ask how to say, I love my Polish wife, exclamation point, obviously. All right, and there's also the free question thing that I really like, and this you could use not only to find out language, but you can kind of find out what cultural treasures you might not know about in the country. So let's see, I can ask, what is the best Polish food ever? I already know what the best Polish food is. I made a video about it. It's called pierogi kresowe, but maybe someone will have a different answer for me here. Another cool functionality that I really like because I'm so dyslexic is the opportunity to post up sound bits and pictures. So if we connect here, you can expect sound bits and pictures from me for sure. This is really fun to be able to actually put what I learned in Polish out there to the world and get like unfiltered feedback. So let's see. Cześć Polacy, nazywam się Socash I nauczę polski języka. Proszę napisać mi twoje ocenie o moje języka. I nie być brutalny. Post it up real quick. And yeah, we'll wait and hopefully I'll get some feedback. I think the last thing, why don't we learn how to say, like, you know, some new idioms, I think. Because actually idioms are something that I really struggle with in Polish. I don't really learn it, and Poles are always asking me about idioms in English. I'm actually not even too knowledgeable about idioms in English, so I think it's generally something good to learn. So here we go. What are the most fun idioms in Polish? And I'm pretty sure that I'll get feedback here. So yeah, now all you have to do is sit back and wait for the answers to come in. All right, a little bit of time has passed and we already have 32 notifications. So I think that it's pretty active community space and I'm excited. First question, what do you guys think of my Polish? Does it sound natural? Let's hear back the recording.
Cześć Polacy, nazywam się Socash I nauczę polski języka. Proszę napisać mi twoje ocenie o moje języka.
Okay, so I have a little bit of feedback here. 2 people said that it's natural, so thank you those 2 people. 9 people say that it's a little bit unnatural. And we got a little bit more feedback here. You have a strong American accent and sometimes you use the wrong form, but we understand you. I think that's probably the most important point. All right, what is the best Polish food ever? Let's see what we got back. Pierogi. Pierogi dumplings with kotlets schabowe. Kotlets schabowe is very good, I like it actually. Placzki zamieczane. Zamieczane. Jak to mówić?
Ziemniaczane.
Ziemniaczane. Widzisz? A to jest dlatego taka aplikacja jest mi potrzebna. Placzki ziemniaczane. I to jest ciekawe, bo te czasami takie proste rzeczy są najtrudniejsze. Okay, please show me example sentences from some of the most fun idioms in Polish. Native speaker gave me an idiom here. Nie uczę ojca... Okay. Nie ucz ojca dzieci robić. Yeah? Don't teach a father how to make children. Did I say it? You understood?
Yeah,
You would understood
yeah.
if I came to you on the street and I was like, Marek, nie ucz ojca robić dzieci. Rzucić grochem o śnię. Okay, I think that my reading might be a little bit off in this case.
One more time.
Rzucić, yeah? It's like to throw it.
Yeah.
To throw it. Rzucić grochem o ścinę.
Ścianę.
Ścianę. You see, this is bullshit. I know that word. I know ściana. Yeah? Rzucić. See, I have to work on my reading. Rzucić grochem o ścianę. Fall on deaf ears. I guess that if you're being stubborn, that could be pretty useful. How do you say, I love my wife in Polish? Kocham moja polska żonę. You see, and this helps me mostly with grammar here, because when I see it written out, it's formatted in a way that I would not have been able to properly conclude myself.
There's plenty of it.
Yeah, there's really a lot. Can anyone suggest a good Polish poem to tell my lovely wife? Okay, I'm going to try and be poetic here. Na górze różne, na dole fiołki, a my się kochamy jak dwie aniołki. That's very touching, I think. I really dig this app. Make sure that you check the links in the description to download it, iOS, Android. You could use it on your computer. Look for my posts. I'm going to be active on here. I've got that premium account, so you're going to notice my post above the other ones. That's why I got it. And you can log in easily, like with your Facebook, with Twitter, with email. So it's like totally accessible. And I'm just amazed at how much feedback I already got. And I learned quite a lot. So yeah, let's let this quest for Polish language continue.